Welcome to Loading Screen, where we know exactly what we're doing.
Your taste sucks. That movie was bad.
I like it.
Anyway. Five. There you go. Yeah, we're back.
You might have to refer to me as Captain, Alex.
Ladies and gentlemen, okay, guys. I actually legit have not looked at the screen since you walked away. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome the imposter, Jason, Mr. Voorhees, to the building. What's up? This is Loading Screen, the show where apparently we wear not only criminal masks or serial killer masks, but pants are also optional. You can't tell, but I'm not wearing any right now. So welcome.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a Thursday, man. It's Thursday. What can you expect? You're getting that much closer to the weekend, and especially with the slew of information that's going on. Who wants to keep pants on anyway? So. I'm Dre, aka Crash, and of course with me I have Alex, aka Sir Skrillex, who'll be joining me on this journey. And you guys to get your. I actually do have coffee this morning. This is it's been a
while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Usually I've been drinking my water, but I got my coffee on deck. But yeah. We'll be walking you guys through some of the news that have gone through even as of an hour ago. Twitter broke because of one of these pieces of news, which we'll get into. But real quick before we do, quick shout outs to, of course, Mike and Ike and Zipchair for not only supporting us and our weekly shows here, but they also support many of the other events that we do out here for NSG, ranging from our fighting games to, our FPS tournaments, MOBAs, all that good stuff. So shout outs to you guys for, a little cup of joe for y'all. Yeah. Jason approves. All right, so let's just jump into some of it. So did you off the rip, did you play the original the Spider-Man for the PS4?
I did not.
Okay.
Okay,
so,
I played 20 minutes of it.
All right, awesome. So this is going to be really interesting because it's going to be you're going to be on the other side of the fence here, or you're going to have a good idea as to what people might be thinking. So you said you only got to play about 20 minutes of it.
Correct.
Enough to see, obviously, clearly, Peter Parker and such, what he looks like, and getting into the gameplay. Sorry, hold on. The Twitch page literally just started playing, and I just heard myself say that again. Biggest thing that's gone down as well is the Spider-Man for the PS4 is getting a remaster on the PS5. So, woo, yeah, it's not going to be the only game that is going to make its way over. There's a lot of games that are going to be still releasing for PS4, but going to have a PS5 variation coming. But we're going to play a little game as to one of these things, one of these things are just like the other, but one of these things is different kind of deal. I don't know if you remember that from Sesame Street, but
no.
Yeah. So I played through it. I'm a big fan of Spider-Man. I'm a big stickler when it comes to Spider-Man games in terms of gameplay. This literally touches nothing on gameplay. It is as, I want to say mean, but it's as shallow as it could possibly be.
Okay.
So the original mocap artist, not just mocap, the face model for Peter Parker in the game is being replaced, or has been replaced, as we can already kind of see. There's a staunch difference between this Peter Parker and the Peter Parker here.
Yep.
Just zoom in a little bit on that one. And it's got.
See, this Peter Parker looks like he's
backlash.
seen some shit.
Yeah. Okay. All right. The scene is a little different. Yeah. Like what he's seen here versus what he's dealing with here, vastly different. Yeah. He has definitely seen some shit. But my main thing is just like anyone naturally reacting to change, right? Human reaction is like, oh, we don't like change. It's like, okay, that's fair point. Fair point. Not everyone can deal with change very easily.
Why fix something that ain't broke?
That is kind of something I sat down with a little bit more and really thought about. I was like, who asked? Like, I don't remember once in my entire playthrough I went, that face needs to change.
Well, and everybody loved it though. Like, I haven't heard one bad thing about this game.
No, it was a good Peter Parker. So like the kind of conspiracies behind it too is that if you've watched the MCU movies, watched the Spider-Man movies, you'll notice that this character kind of has a bit of a pretty good resemblance to the current actor for it, Tom Holland, which actually was even trending. Tom Holland was trending on Twitter when this dropped. Yeah, they're very much a younger face. Like compared to this, definitely
yeah. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about somebody totally different.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tom Holland. The main actor for Spider-Man. The chin, the face, the cheekbones, like it hits. Like it's not him though. They didn't model it after him. This is actually a completely different face model.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it doesn't really look like Tom Holland, but
it's not. It is, but it isn't. Like it's just like. But the thing about it is that this is definitely a younger looking face. Like Peter Parker in this game, I believe, is supposed to be 23, something like that, 23 or some junk.
He looks 18.
This face makes him look even younger than that, which is another inherent thing I was thinking about. Is that like, sure, you can change his face, that's fine, but like if you look at the faces of like Mary Jane and such, like she kind of looks like she's definitely not.
She looked like she's like 30.
I wasn't gonna say like she looks old or anything, but she's definitely not like that 18 to 20 range or that super early 20s. She's very mature. She looks like a very mature woman. Like so,
Hey, listen,
like
Peter Parker likes those older women.
It's okay. Hey, it's all right, Tiger. Maybe that's why she calls him Tiger for some reason. But like between the two, thanks for the ads, YouTube. I appreciate it. Make sure to go out and vote.
Gotta love it. Yeah.
Make sure to go out and vote,
guys.
Also, make sure to get YouTube Red so you don't have to worry about ads in between here. Regardless, this interaction here kind of like is what jogged me. I was like, oh my god, I got hit with a double ad. Unbelievable.
Wow.
I really should get YouTube.
You could
Red.
save 20% by switching to
Geico. Shout outs to them. They are my insurance. Anyway, this little interaction between these two, it kind of looks correct, right? Like I honestly visually do not see a problem with Peter Parker. So the new face rig, I keep saying face rig, but it's the face model that they added, is supposed to be closer to that age range, 23. I think the model is 26 or something like that. Who they actually got to reprise the new look. But it seems like this that I'm waiting to actually watch because I think it's gonna trigger even more. That it's like, okay, that face is a little off. Like he looks incorrect. And for a lot of people like myself, I played the entire the playthrough. I swear I didn't cheat. I didn't get a walkthrough. I did the entire playthrough of the game, and it is gonna seem very weird. I was actually very attached to this Peter Parker by the end of it, and changing him up to look like we said, kind of like a Tom Hollandish looking character. It's a little odd because I feel like what they're trying to do is they're trying to, closely link the MCU Peter Parker to even like the video game and kind of have people be like, oh yeah, that's Spider-Man from the movie. Like they're trying to kind of like intertwine them a little bit more, for whatever it could be, maybe marketing reasons, maybe they're just trying to keep, it's Sony. Sony still has complete, control over anything and everything Spider-Man. So
I can't. Really okay, now that you showed me, I'm sorry. Now that you showed me what, what's her name looks like, I can't get that out of my head now. Like, I like the old Peter Parker better.
Yeah, so Insomniac Games, who are obviously the ones that created this game. They've rebutted. This is actually Brian. What is it? Initar, who is the game's director. Went and just publicly stated, today's news about the new Peter Parker face model has surprised some of you and we at Insomniac totally understand your reaction. Even looking at him looks very weird. So they stated, what is it? But as we discussed the franchise's future moving to the PS5, it quickly became apparent that delivering the even more believable looking characters made finding a better facial match for actor Yuri Lowenthal, who we all love as Peter.
The voice actor, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who was like, this face needs to be more real. Like, I don't get it. Something's wrong. I didn't have a single issue. So it feels so forced that it's caused like so much drama. And I'm definitely in the camp of I'll just leave it as it was. I thought that Peter Parker looked great. I think everything worked out fine. I don't understand why you even bother.
Really. From what I've heard with people, it was a near perfect game. So I don't know. Like, it's not like it was Sonic. You know what I mean? Like the movie. It's not like it was that. That needed to be fixed. This.
Good point. I didn't even think about it that way. That's an insane comparison. Yeah, just change. Let's delay the movie another 9 months because we need to redo our entire CG character because it just didn't look right. Like, you know what? I think there's more to this than what he's stating.
But at the same time, why didn't they actually go ahead?
I'm just saying, and plus, like, I don't know when a studio, like, after your game is already launched, it's already done, has crazy, awards for it. It did great, acclimates, all that. You're already creating Miles Morales, which I think Miles is gonna look older than Peter if they keep using this mocap artist or this face model. Like, I think Miles is just gonna look older than Peter Parker in the game if he shows up with this new face. I don't know what studio just decides after their game's already out in the field, like, they're like, sure, we're developing a remaster. Goes like, oh yeah, let's also just throw this in there and just change something that no one really asked for. With the remaster, it's coming with RTX capabilities and such. Like, the lighting is going to be insane. It's going to be way more refined, but I honestly don't think the face was something you needed to even really touch.
Dude, and the Miles Morales, he looks like the older Peter Parker. Like, he looks like an older gentleman. Which
trips me out because I believe the Miles game is 2 years or something like that after the initial PS4 game on Spider-Man. So Miles is going to look maybe older than he did in the game, which that would make sense. But then what if you throw in the Peter Parker now with the new face model? It's like, you're aging the wrong way, sir. I think your spider senses are tingling upside down or something because something's clearly wrong here. You look younger every time I see you.
Yeah, they're tingling a little too much.
A little too much. Something's tingling in the wrong spot. But yeah, so overall reactions, it's a mixed camp. I'm definitely in the camp of it could have just left it as it is. I thought everything, his facial expression, everything makes sense. I believe this was my Peter Parker for this game anyway. But regardless, at the end of the day, they've made their decision. So we're going to be moving forward with the Tom Holland hybrid. And it is what it is. It's just, yeah, this definitely got way... not out of proportion, but it definitely caught a lot of people by surprise when they did this.
Oh, yeah.
It's very strange for a remaster to then also, like I said, change the main face that you're going to see throughout the whole thing to something completely different.
Well, speaking of surprises,
let's
talk about that Smash Direct this morning.
Yeah, so completely surprised me. I kind of forgot the Nintendo Smash... I kind of forgot it was today. Like, it was at 10 o'clock this morning because I was in Japan time. So, yeah, we got to see what could be the second most anticipated type of collaboration. Nintendo's pretty synonymous with, printing gold, making money, kind of the deal. I think that's how the saying goes. You print gold, you don't make it. But... like they did it earlier this year with Legos, right? Lego, like a Lego Super Mario Brothers set is out in the field, right? And I was just like, yes, this makes perfect sense. This has been for years. People have been clamoring for this. Second to that is probably Minecraft, some sort of Minecraft collaboration with Nintendo. And this is coming in the form of Super Smash Bros. So Steve is actually going to be a playable fighter in the game. That was announced quite literally an hour ago, and subsequently literally destroyed Twitter. My Twitter was acting up. I could not get into my own files. Everyone is losing their damn minds.
People are like personally, like on Twitter, people are like feeling personally attacked by this. I don't get it. Why? What's the big deal? Freaking character.
I know. But
and
it's what
Minecraft's not a bad game.
No, it's not. It's not my cup of tea, but I understand why there's so many people that are behind it. And, you know, ideally the demographics, you know, the amount of people that grew up with Minecraft or are playing it now still, you know, I could see a lot of overlap with people that play Super Smash Brothers. So when this was announced, I was like, okay, out of left field. I dig it. You know, at this point, Smash is just what's called a Mugen. If you don't know what a Mugen is, go out and Google that. That's basically what it is. But yeah, we got to see not only Steve, but we got to see the other kind of skins for Steve. So we have, of course, a swap there for Alex. We have Zombie, and then we have Enderman, which cool. I mean, Enderman is actually technically not that size. Endermans are like way taller, but I mean, it's a popular character. Let's add the skin to it. Why not? We got to see a whole slew of different kind of like Minecraft mechanics where you can open up the chest, and depending on maybe materials that you have, you can actually craft certain weapons. So maybe you can get gold, diamond, iron, whatever other kinds of swords or weapons you can, you know, create, because clearly he has different ones throughout the actual demonstration in the trailer. You can actually build, so there are some building mechanics to it. That's gonna be interesting. Characters like fundamentally that can I'm thinking about this in just a competitive level, because that's the first thing I'll go with. Characters that can do these kinds of things, like be able to develop items within their kits that they could use, that, you know, in a 1v1 scenario, you know, if the other person can't do it, you're kind of at an advantage, or you have some mechanics that they can't deal with. Yeah, building blocks, actually building houses and such, rather interesting. The stages were really cool to watch. It was overall so much chaos. And yeah, broke Twitter. People are either for it, against it, super surprised. I'm definitely in that surprised camp. But in the meantime, you know, it is what it is. I think Nintendo made a smart move with it. It's been a collab that's been, you know, they've been waiting for quite some time to actually go through with it. Sakurai was pretty hilarious in actually, you know, kind of announcing it. He pointed out, he was like, so many people have asked me, like, when's Minecraft gonna come in? When are you gonna do it? And he goes like, you act like it could magically just be done. I could just be like, Minecraft is in. And so I told them, I had to sit down with them and tell them I could do that. And any of you progressed to do it. So he was like, okay, I'm putting Minecraft in the game. Which, yeah, dude, I don't know what more to tell you. It is what it is. We will be seeing Steve go live. Actually, I don't think they had a date. The third, they're gonna have a follow-up stream to actually break down the character. Okay. I don't know how all the mechanics work. This is just going off of obviously the trailer, but it seems like they're trying to keep it pretty close to the chest for this one.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like you said with the competitive scene, I was talking in my personal Discord for my stream, and people are, you know, in there, they're like, oh my God, Steve is going to ruin the competitive scene, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm just trying to understand the hype, like all the hate for it. I guess, you know, we'll know more when they talk more about how he's going to, you know, what it'll be like playing him as a competitive player.
So, you know, it happens all the time when a new character is brought into a game. When a DLC character is implemented, people are gonna, if it's not what they wanted, they're instantly gonna be mad. You're not gonna make not everyone's gonna be satisfied all the time about, you know, with the decisions. It's natural. So that kind of reaction, expected, not surprised. Yep. But I mean, overall, it looks great. It's a little, it throws me off though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I get this weird sense of like something doesn't belong here. It's like almost like Minecraft modded Smash into it versus Smash Brothers having Minecraft in it, because, you know, you get to see
that's interesting.
You see the blocks and everything, and you see everyone else playing. Like, clearly something's, you know, something's off here. Something's weird. But like, it's like an uncanny valley type of thing. it's that kind of effect is what I'm feeling. But regardless, we'll see what's gonna go down October 3rd. They're gonna have once again the follow-up trailers. So we're gonna see all the mechanics for Steve. We're gonna see what he's bringing to the table, what he can build up, what he can break down, and I think it was something like 125,000 people were literally just sitting and waiting in YouTube's page just to watch, And this was like, they kept a pretty clean cut. They were like, here's the trailer, this is what we did, see you next time. The whole stream could have been more than like 15 minutes.
Huh.
And they broke Twitter. They broke
yeah,
Twitter.
The gamer's been breaking shit left and right nowadays.
Well, nowadays you can break things and pick them up. So, shout outs to Steve for that. I'm also wondering how. I wonder if he's gonna have that kind of mechanic where he can actually just like eat something, lower his percentage naturally. That'd be kind of busted if you could do something like that.
Yeah, and then the zombie just teleporting behind him.
Yeah, the creeper is just like, hello. Feels so bad for Mario. All right,
my Discord's still blowing up. Like, it's gonna ruin it.
It's gonna be like this for a while. It's gonna be like this for a while. But regardless, like I said, October 3rd, follow-up stream for the actual breakdown for Steve. Let's actually take a gander at oh yeah, so since we're on Nintendo, let's keep it on Nintendo.
Look at all these segues.
I know. So this was a very interesting article because I feel like I have been affected by this already. So
have you not charged your Switch in that many months?
I definitely have a bricked Switch, and I still don't understand why. And when I mean bricked, I actually don't mean like I turn it on and it's bricked. Like it actually won't turn on at all, and I have done nothing to it outside of maybe soft modding it. But that does not brick a Switch like that. What's up, Frost? I see you in the chat. That does not brick, like the soft mod. When you do it correctly, it does not brick the Switch. This, I may have actually not have properly charged my Switch. It's scaring a lot of people where Nintendo is actually straight up saying you should charge your Switch every 6 months, at least once. I don't know if they went into details of saying like it took more than half a day to charge your Switch to even power it up and battery register at 1% charge. Yeah, that's rather interesting to hear. And the fact that this is the first time we're hearing about it. The Switch is now
a few years old.
A couple of years at this point. So I'm a little tripped out. I wonder if they're trying to talk about maybe the new version of the Switch, like the later revisions of it. But
it's weird, like what's it called? Our buddy Rich, he was just telling me like 2 weeks ago, he was complaining that his Switch, when he plugged it in, it would not turn on. Eventually he got it to work. I don't know how. I forget how he said, but that's crazy, man. The fact that this can happen. I mean, I guess it's a thing. I haven't really had this issue with any device.
Yeah, so I'm kind of wondering what's the issue there hardware wise. I don't know what it is with these, hardware manufacturers having issues. NVIDIA's having issues. They're making missteps. Nintendo's like, hey, don't, make sure to charge it every 6 months or else what's the Switch go for nowadays? Two and some
like
change?
300 maybe?
300? All right, let's take
maybe.
We'll do it live real quick. Switch
doing it
new buy. We're looking at Target and everywhere else $299. Yeah, you're right on the money right there. So $300. So you don't charge this every 6 months. Your $300 gaming entertainment console will just be gone.
Now I wonder if if you were to keep it on the dock, like keep it on the dock for 6 months straight without turning it on. I guess it would keep the battery charged.
I would say I think it passively it will still charge it, so it makes sense if you keep it like that. But I mean, here's the other part, like who's like keeping a Switch and not doing anything with it for 6 months, like outside of a dock? Like who just forgets? You just like open a drawer and be like, oh, there's my Switch.
Do you play your Switch that often? I barely play mine. Like I love the games that are on it. I just barely play it.
Technically, I don't have a Switch anymore, but
yeah,
when I was playing it, yes, I used it a lot because it's such a nice little portable game console to play other things. Okay, yes, full disclosure. Once again, I was soft modding mine, so yes, I had emulators. I had other games that I was playing in it. So my value and my functionality definitely differs. Your day-to-day person, You know what's funny, especially nowadays, if you since quarantine, the point of the Switch is so good that you can take it anywhere, right? You just grab it out the dock and go play somewhere on your commute, during your lunch breaks, during work hours. I don't know, bro. Whatever it is that makes you.
While things are exporting.
Yeah, while things are exporting and rendering. We know that. We know the deal. Just yank out the old Switch. But maybe because people are at home now, and they're not maybe taking on the go, they're not having that use case as often, is why we're maybe seeing an uptick as to potential Switch issues. So, but regardless, at the end of the day, like, Nintendo knowing this and only kind of like brought it up now is what's rather interesting to me, because I'm wondering if that uptick caused a couple flags for them. They're like, why are people calling it? It's like, oh my god, since quarantine, like, who's going out and taking their Switch with them versus just being at home, whether it's on the dock or leaving it somewhere. So it's a very interesting situation there. So
you gotta
PSA, not only should you vote, but you should also charge your Switch every 6 months.
Yes.
At least once.
Yes.
All right. So October, dude, this is October 1st. September's behind us.
Hence
pumpkin spice season is in full effect. The Uggs are out.
Baby.
What else is going on? Yeah, the Halloween
the
decorations.
Spoopiness.
The spoopiness is at an all-time high. Spoopy stocks are up. But what you should need to take a look at is what games we have coming out this month. So
we've got a few.
General list here. Yep. We're gonna start off real quick. Yes. Crash Bandicoot 4 tomorrow, Friday, coming out. If you haven't been following up with this, it's just like the latest entry, obviously, in the Crash Bandicoot series. It looks amazing. Completely new. It's not like it's a remake of a previous version. This is a brand new entry to the series. So completely from the ground up, has been built up without any, with the new lessons learned, with the new kind of modern takes on things, new designs as well for some characters. The animations look great. The platforming, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've had the urge to play such a platformer like this. So I'm pretty stoked for it. That's coming out tomorrow on the 2nd. So
man, that's nutty, man. Dude, it's now starting. All of these games are starting to come out now. Like, it's fall.
Yeah,
it's time.
It's that what's it called? That Black Friday deal's coming up. That holiday season sales are coming up. The Christmas time is coming. Christmas time's coming up. Which also, I feel bad for anyone that has also been pre-ordering consoles, especially PS5s. To my knowledge, they now outlets such as Walmart, your Targets, I believe even GameStop, they've had to kind of talk. Even Amazon has brought this up, that pre-orders for these consoles, even if you got it, even though you got the confirmation, they're actually letting people know, like, look, like, there actually just isn't any. Like, your pre-orders will be canceled. So for those that have actually gone out and think you're good just because you have the receipt, make sure to double, triple, quadruple check, because you don't want to
that's interesting.
have it come release and realize I don't have one.
Well, because like I read that they're not necessarily canceling pre-orders, but it's just like you're gonna fall into a queue.
Thank you for correcting me. Not so much canceling, but they're stating, hey, you're probably not gonna get one till 2021.
Yeah. Whatever.
Which that's a little rough, but in the meantime, though, luckily Crash Bandicoot will keep you docked and ready. It is on the PS4 and on Xbox One. Squadrons once again tomorrow. Jeez, are you looking to play Squadrons?
So I was never a big fighter pilot game player. Okay. Like I could never get into them. Like, they're like, sit down, play it, and whatever. However, my first question is, I have a flight stick now, so can I use that while I play this? Because then it might be a little interesting,
That's a good question. I am not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if you could, to be honest. So
it's just, it's literally a controller just with a different analog stick. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
okay. I don't know.
TFT, Dilo, I see you. You're gonna be playing some Squadrons. Okay. Yeah, Squadrons has always been that very niche, very underground kind of scene. This, I can't wait for a VR version of this. That's gonna be killer, because I've played the Vader one, what is it? Whatever Vader's like VR series was, and that was cool. But just being in the cockpit in certain areas, getting the light speed, all this and that.
Wait, this looks
cool.
like it's VR. That looks like it's, unless they're just displaying the cockpit there, but
they could be that, and that's also a trip. But yeah, VR would be kind of sick. So looking forward to that tomorrow. I'm pretty sure reviews are already out for it. I haven't had a chance to check it out. I don't know if I will, because I don't know if I want to spoil myself.
Oh, you ready for this?
Amnesia?
Star Wars Squadrons
I was gonna say,
will have complete VR support for the entirety of the game.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it's definitely on PC. So we're gonna be seeing some VR love for that game. So I can't wait. So tomorrow, October 2nd, get yourselves ready. Strap in. Red 7. I think that was Skywalker's one. Red 13. Whatever. No, that's Final Fantasy. What am I thinking? Regardless, Amnesia Rebirth is coming out October 20th. This is clearly not it. So yeah, just in time for Spooktober. If you haven't played an Amnesia game before, pretty good time to get into it. 'Tis the season. I'm sure.
I was looking at this because I remember like every year I do like this. I do the Extreme Scream stream, which is like a 12-hour horror stream, and we played Amnesia once for it, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, Amnesia's terrifying," blah 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 blah, and I played it, and I was like, "This isn't scary at all." So I think maybe because it was just dated, but so I was like curious looking into this. And the point being is this looks like it's updated. It looks, I mean, you can tell like new models, all that shit. Yeah, I'm sure there will be more, horror elements to this. But Amnesia is a very, from my understanding from playing, it's very psychological and
very occult.
Yeah,
it definitely doesn't stray away from just being able to scare the pants off of you. Luckily, I don't got any pants right now, so we're good.
You can't have them scared off if you're not wearing them.
Exactly. Big brain time. That's what
big brain thoughts.
Big brain time. Regardless, let me see the last couple ones. Ghost Runner. Also, I'm actually very excited for this one. I'm definitely going to be picking this up later this month when it does come out for both the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and on PC. I'm going to rock the PC version, of course. But once again, another type platformer, first-person shooter, first-person kind of feel. Like, actually, does it have? I don't think it's shooters. It's just straight up. You got your katana because you're like a ninja, and you are gonna be sashimi,
wall running and all that stuff.
Yeah, so it's like Mirror's Edge if she kept the gun with her. If Faye kept her gun or brought up a sword. That's what I'm seeing here. But it looks really sick. It reminds me definitely of Shinobi. In itself, except in first person. If you remember Shinobi for like the old PlayStation 2 version of it, pretty cool, very stylistic. You're dashing, but you did that in third person versus this being completely in first person. So
it looks fun, man. It looks like Titanfall, but with a samurai, with a katana.
Yeah. I have to check if this is also gonna have VR support. I could see it having it. I could see it also not necessarily needing it though, because the motion for it, even on a controller, is going to be pretty sick. So this is coming out later this month. It's going to be one of the bangers, of course, to get us into November. So I'm pretty stoked myself for it. How could I forget?
The big guy.
The big boy.
When's this come out?
29th. 29th. Yep, literally at the end of the.
You think you're gonna? Do you think you're gonna? We talked about it a lot, but do you think you're gonna pick it up?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna pick it up. I liked what I saw. I'm wondering how much I'm gonna get off of it. Get off of it in terms of like gameplay, how much time, how many hours. But it looks really good. I'm a fan of the Watch Dogs series. I did miss the second one though. I kind of for some reason my schedule did not line up too well for it. So I didn't really get a chance to see it or really get my hands on it. But Legion looks really good, especially after watching those preview gameplays of like the different routes you can go with the different operators. So I want to see. I have to re-up on my story too. I don't know what the story is. I remember Watch Dogs 1 very well. I don't know how it's been translated as the extra entries into the series continue though.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's totally different or not. I tried to play a little bit of the second one back when we originally talked about it. I don't know. I was playing it, and maybe I don't know. I think I'm just burnt out of open world games, but maybe it's also just it was dated. I know Watch Dogs 2 didn't get the you know, everybody seems to have hype around this one more so than the second one when that one came out. But we'll see. It looks cool.
Absolutely. But those are just some of the ones that we're definitely stoked to go check out. There's plenty of others that are going to be coming out. Those are just like some of the big ones that we are definitely focusing on. But regardless, what you need to focus on is the fact that your day has been loaded up. You are queued and ready to go. I don't know what more to say. There's just so much happening. Like tomorrow is actually gonna be some awesome stuff for between like Crash Bandicoot and Squadron coming out. So we're definitely gonna talk about those on Tuesday, what the impressions are like. Maybe I'll even get a chance to pick up Crash Bandicoot. I would like to play that. Between the two, I'm gonna go with Bandicoot until I get to sit down.
It can be a day of
like
reviews, man. I mean, it can be a little day of reviews. I downloaded Genshin. I played that last night, so I'll I can talk about that for a little bit. But
oh yeah. We'll check it out then.
Hopefully, we get some time to do that.
Yeah. All right. So regardless, guys, thank you very much for hanging out. We appreciate it. This is Loading Screen, your morning podcast, and cue your day up with which it is queued. My coffee is empty and your bar is full. Thank you very much for hanging out. Make sure to give some love to Mike and Ike and Zip Chair for supporting not only this show, but all our other endeavors here on NSG. And if you like what you saw, make sure to follow NSG on Twitter at NERDST Gamers, as well as on Twitch. If you're new and happen to stop by, make sure to hit that follow button so you know when we're live. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can follow me at CrashTagBS. You can follow Alex. Oh, there we go. Follow Alex at Sir Scrowlix, and also make sure to follow him on Twitter, on Twitch as well, because he'll be, as he alluded earlier, Extreme. Extreme.
And all my friends go stream.
The stream is happening. So if you want to maybe get a chance to check out Amnesia, that new Amnesia entry, that's where you're going to be at. So regardless, guys, thank you very much for hanging out. We appreciate it. We'll see you guys on Tuesday.
Toodaloo.
Later.